in a way, and I don't think that there's any coming back. I hope I'm wrong, but there is an aspect of this life that is disappearing, and that is the aspect of there's no more scarcity, or we're running out of scarcity for a lot of things, which is actually, most people would think that they don't want that, but you actually do want that. Or maybe scarcity is not the word, but basically, like, we can watch anything we want at any time. We don't have to wait for something to pop on the TV anymore. And that makes the world very, very boring. And not only boring, it just ruins us. There's so many things that we just have too much control over. Like, I wanted to get to this part somehow. I wanted to basically say that humans are also just so efficient. Like, we are very good at being efficient at things. It's like a survival mechanism. Like, when you go to the gym, you have to change up your workouts, because if you keep doing curls the same way, you're going to have like too much memory with that exercise, and you're going to start doing it too efficiently, and you're not going to do it the hard way, which is better for your muscles. And the fact that humans are so good at being efficient is a problem with the technology that we created, because the smartphone is very, very efficient for a lot of things. And the fact that we will keep using our smartphone for these efficient things, like, what I'm trying to say is that actually doing all of these things on our smartphone is really ruining our mental health and our physical health too. And the fact that we're so efficient, it's like, I don't think we're going to stop doing that. Like, sure, you might be able to stop your smartphone for a couple of things, but it's like, you're not gonna. Are you really gonna stop using your smartphone for all these things? I don't think we are. Like, the fact that we have DoorDash. If you've ever used DoorDash once, if you've used it and seen how efficient it is, besides, like, instead of going out and getting your food, or Instacart grocery shopping, you're not going to want to go out as much. And you still might do it, but the fact that we have that option, it just ruins the experience. It ruins the experience of going out, because, like, maybe not all the way, but it's just like, it was so much better when we actually had to go out and go get it. It was so much more rewarding. I hate that we ruined this. We ruined the rewarding aspect of everything, because everything is just so easy to get now. It's so easy to get. Even, like, we have too much control over, like, the TV show. Like, I don't know if I was saying this earlier. Like, you don't have to wait for the TV show that comes on anymore. You can just watch it whenever. It's like, oh yeah, I can do this later. I can do this later. I can do this later. You can just fucking do everything later. And that's such a problem. Everybody else thinks, like, oh, I can hang out with you later. I can do this later. And it's a problem. Back to, like, the being most efficient thing goes back, and also the fact that we have so much easy access. The porn thing. It's like, yeah, you might be able to stop getting yourself. You might be able to stop yourself from watching porn. But the fact that that is an option, and that even if you get rid of your phone, you can buy a phone and you can watch porn instead of talking to a real person, like, that is still going to make you want to talk to women less naturally. Even if you still force yourself to go up, it's just not the same. It's not the same anymore, because we know, if we can't get this woman in real life, we can easily resort back to an easy and way, way more pleasurable action than in the past, when people would actually have to go get a magazine or use their imagination, which is not as good. Okay, it's not as fun. Now it's like we have endless fast food in the digital world for our brains, which is basically, I'm talking about porn. It's like, a good analogy is like, we have all this fast food sitting around us constantly, but we never get full, and we just, all this candy is everywhere, all these drugs, they're everywhere, we can just take as many as we want. And yeah, there's no stopping us besides our own willpower, which really doesn't work, because actually a lot of science says that the most important thing in addiction is to stop the cues and the triggers. Okay, that is the main way to stop addiction, is to get rid of the triggers. And I forget what the name is for that, or the word, but when you own a smartphone, you have a trigger for many, many, many different addictions at all times if you keep it near you. So I don't know if having a smartphone is even possible to, I don't know if it's even possible to be happy having a smartphone. I don't know anybody that's happy, and I know everybody has a smartphone. You know, if you look at the people in other countries who don't have a smartphone, you know, they are happy. They've never had that experience. They don't really know what it's like to be addicted to all these things on your phone. And maybe it's still possible for us to be happy. Maybe we just have to leave the phone in another room, and we can't take that anywhere. But then again, it's all based on willpower. We know we have the option to take it into our room anytime we want. It's like I don't think setting rules for ourselves is really enough. And even if we can get like somewhat better, like I said, there is an aspect of the world that is disappearing that we just don't have anymore. And I think things that cannot be accessed at any time are going to become the most luxurious thing in the world. Like things that are limited are going to be so much more sought after. So creating a business that's based on being limited is going to be so great. You can make so much money with a limited business. And I also want to say back to the porn thing. Yeah, I know that porn is also not the same as actually being with a real woman. So you could make that distinction that you might not want porn anymore, and you might actually crave a real person, because they're not exactly the same thing. But the fact that you can go back to something that's like the fact that you have this like leverage, this escape route of going on your phone and getting an insane amount of pleasure is a problem. And we fucked ourselves. Okay, this shit that we created, these greedy assholes, and it's probably bound to happen anyways, like, because we're chasing money, we're trying to keep inventing the best things so we can outperform the competition, and it's gotten to the point where it's too good. We got so greedy to the point where we made all this technology that just ruins our quality of life. Like I never really thought about that before. Like, I never really thought that we could ruin the world just by creating technology. And maybe it will even get worse to the point where, like, maybe eventually people will be able to create weapons of, like, mass destruction at the snap of a finger. Like, maybe it will be so easy to create weapons that just, like, some kind of, like, sonar gun or something that you can just, like, shoot a sound wave and just wipe out a city, like, with some kind of, like, easy access to that technology, and some psycho will always keep doing that and just wipe people out. This is where I see us going. We're going to keep creating things that make things have easier access, and it's just going to be a shit slop world. Like, maybe far into the future, but it's already so slop and shit that I'm not saying you can't have a good time still. It's harder to, and it's not the same. This is not the same world anymore. It's honestly like we stepped into a completely different universe, because it's like the laws have changed, or like human laws, or like we have to we have to change our biology, or we have to change our mindset to how, like, we've done things for like millions of years. Like, we're changing things at the snap of a finger. Like, we now have to, like, be so aware to not use this phone for everything, or to, you know what I mean? It's like, we have to do things in such a weird way that we have to do things in an unnatural way, is what I'm trying to say. It's like, yeah, even like in the 1960s, or something, like, not like kind of far back, but not too far back. It's like, we could get by doing the most efficient thing that existed with technology. It's like, wow, like, you got a car now. It's like, wow, you can drive to this place and you can get so much more done, and it didn't ruin your quality of life. Okay, it's not like a smartphone ruined our quality of life, you know. um like, yeah, we had like the radio and TV, but it's like, that didn't really ruin our quality of life. It's like, yeah, you could sit in and watch TV all day and stuff, but you couldn't choose what show you wanted to watch at any time. Like, I don't know, basically anytime I do something, it feels like the thoughts that I have is like, why am I doing this? This is a waste of time. Or, like, sorry, I don't even know what I just said, but I don't know if I just said this, but what I'm trying to say is, I might even say the same thing again. Anytime I do something that is like not efficient, like if I purposely walk somewhere, I guess maybe a car could change the quality of life in a way that could make it not as exciting. But let's say you walk somewhere. It's like, why am I walking somewhere besides getting exercise? It's like, I could just be taking a car. Or it's like, why am I driving to this restaurant when I make so much money and I can just Uber Eats, or I can just DoorDash? It feels like, if I go and do things that are actually healthy for me, just that thought in the back of my head, it's like, why am I doing this when there's an easier method, and I don't care that it's like better for me? It's like, I don't feel like anybody actually cares. It's like, we have this desire to do what's easier, and we constantly have to neglect our desire. We're like, yeah, oh, I want a DoorDash. Oh, it doesn't matter if you want to do it. It's unhealthy. I mean, obviously you can do it sometimes, but it's like, when we're trying to break free, it's like everything that we're trying to do, or everything that we just naturally want to do, is just not good anymore. It's like, oh, I want to go on my phone. Oh, I want to doom scroll. Oh, too bad. That's not healthy. You can't do that. Or, I want to, like, do something with a woman. It's like, oh, well, porn's right there. It's like, oh, I can't do that. It's unhealthy. I want to get food. Off the grocery store, a lot of the food is unhealthy. Like, all this super, I don't know what the word is, but food that's experimented on and just made to be very sugary. It's like, why would I get the apple when I can get this junk food? It's like, sure, the apple's healthier, but it's like, maybe not why, but it's like, well, I want this is what I want. I want the cupcake. I don't want the apple. Too bad if you want the cupcake, you can't have that right now. So you see you see the point I'm getting to? It's like, everything we naturally want, it's just there's always like there's actually a really good video that I'm making that, like, might actually just open some eyes and stuff, that I haven't even seen anybody talk about, for some of these things. But it's like, everything we naturally want, there's like a hyped up, like, roided out version, like doped up version of it. It's like food. What existed before all this sugary stuff? Like I said, you had apples, you had chicken, without all this fried and sugar. And like, when you went to get something to drink, you had water. Maybe you had some, like, lemonade that wasn't crazy sugary, and like no high fructose corn syrup. See what I mean? It's like, we can't, like, this world's just so fucked, and it pisses me off that we really ruined this world. Like, we can't go off of our natural desires anymore. We want something, We have a desire for something, and the first thing that comes to mind is the roided out version, or the super high dopamine version, because that is what feels the best, and I believe this is how humans are wired, that we want to go for the most pleasurable thing. But the things that are pleasurable now, like too pleasurable, are not healthy. They're too much. So we have to like consciously choose to do fucking everything, and it pisses me off. We have to consciously do everything. We can't just be. This is why everything is so stressful too. Like I said, you go on, like, I don't know, just everything. Like, you know, you got to write your essay. Well, the fact that ChatGPT exists, you know, I naturally want to go to this. Like, fuck that. Now I can't naturally just want to write an essay for school, or like, I'm not even in school, but let's say I was. Like, nobody's going to have that desire to want to do the thing that is normal and natural and like a healthy level of dopamine. Just the fact that we know that these high level of dopamine things exist makes us want to go to them. You know, maybe, hopefully I'm wrong about that. Hopefully I'm just highly like overstimulated with too much dopamine to the point where like like maybe if I get back to the baseline, maybe I won't want those things anymore. But I mean, once you've had that experience, I feel like eventually you do want to go back. It's like, you know, like, wouldn't it just be nice if, you know, you crave food, and like maybe some people do this, maybe it's just me, but wouldn't it be awesome if you just crave food and you actually crave like a peanut butter and jelly, or you actually crave like just a nice grilled chicken, like not even fast food comes to your mind, but whenever I crave food, I'm like, a lot of the time I'm like, man, I want fast food. I want McDonald's. I want Chick-fil-A. I want Bonchon. I want all these other fast foods. And I feel like a lot of people are like that. Or, you know, I just got done working. I'm like, now I want some entertainment. Now the first thing that comes to mind is you want to watch porn. You want to play video games. You want to doom scroll. Fuck that. You know, sure, I go outside and ride a bike sometimes, or, you know, ride a electric scooter around, but, you know, it's not always the first thing that comes to mind, because it's just harder to do. It's not as interesting, you know. Like, remember that thrill we used to have to like want to go to the gym and get jacked? I don't have that anymore. And even if you stop using your phone, you get some motivation. Like I said, it's still not the same, because you have all of these dopamine sources at your fingertips that you know you can go back to if you want. So I'm just saying, obviously you can get your dopamine levels back to normal, but it is that thing in your brain that is missing. So there is that aspect of the world of scarcity, of there's nothing that's limited anymore. And anything that is limited anymore is just so amazing. Like imagine if this is why I thought about, like, what if I created a rock band that you couldn't bring cameras into? We never released a Spotify song, never released any YouTube videos. If you wanted to hear that band, you'd have to hear them live, and it would be heavily security guarded. You couldn't bring any phones in, no cameras, no recording, no glasses, like Google glasses or anything like that. And you get checked for your pockets and everything. And like, it would just be so, like, maybe the odd person here and there would record a little bit or something, find a way to record. But it's like, you know, to hear the highest quality version of the music, or any of the music really at all, you'd have to go see them live. How big would that band be, especially if they were good? I think they would be massive, because people would be like, oh, like, how do we hear them? We actually have to go to the concert to hear them. Like, wow. Like, I actually have a reason to go out. Like, yes, let's go out. We have a reason. That's the problem. People don't go out because they don't have a reason. And we fucked that up. You dumbass fuckers who invented all this shit to make us stay inside. It doesn't even matter if we're aware that it's bad. The fact that we know that we can get entertainment, like, without needing to go out, fucked everything up. Unless you create a reason to go out. Like, you can't go to a water park at your own house. You have to actually go to the water park. If you truly love water parks, I could see that being awesome. But, it doesn't matter still, because, we have all this like, at the end of the day, we do have all this entertainment that inside of our own house that never existed before. So it doesn't even matter if it truly doesn't even matter if, like, that band example, if something's limited. Like, sure, it's more special, but it doesn't matter, because you can get entertainment, you can get max entertainment at your own house. There's nowhere you can possibly go or do that will be more entertaining than the things that you can do on your computer, in a way. Like, sure, it's not as satisfying, but, like, climbing a mountain and seeing the beautiful sunset, is that more stimulating, like, dopamine-wise, than watching porn on your computer? No, it's not. So you get the point. Like, there's no reason to go out, even if there's something that exists. Like, there's never ever going to be a reason to go out anymore. We just, fuck, dude, this sucks, man. This really sucks, dude. It's like I never got to live the life that 99% of this world has always lived. Like, maybe a little bit when I was younger, a little bit, but, dude, we've ruined it. I don't know what else to say. It's fucked. What are we supposed to do? What are we really supposed to do about this shit? Like, even if we blew up all the phones, we got rid of technology, we still knew what that was like. The fact that you had that experience, makes everything not as cool. It's not as cool. Like, I don't know what example is. It's like, I don't know, maybe that's why people grow up sometimes, because they end up realizing that there are greater things in the world. Like, yeah, you don't... Sorry. The kid doesn't like playing with their toys anymore, because they realize that there's video games, and then, I don't know, you eventually grow out of this because realize something else exists as an adult. Like, it's just like, I don't even know what else to say anymore about all this, man. It's just like, besides the fact that we ruined everything, we ruined the natural aspect of just the way of life. There's no more autopilot. Like, nobody's fully running on autopilot anymore. Like, even though there's so many sheep, they still have to, like, I guess they don't have to. But I mean, like, and if you're running on autopilot in this world, you're fucked. Like, you're extra fucked. You're just doom scrolling. You're just watching porn all day. You're playing video games. So the only way to have normal levels of dopamine is to live unnaturally, which sucks. Because you have to consciously not do these highly stimulated activities. So I'm just like, I just don't see a way out of this. Like, yeah, like I said, you can force yourself all you want to stay away from porn. You can achieve that. You obviously can achieve that. But it's like, the fact that we can go back, I don't know if there's something in our brain that weakens the fact that we don't have, the fact that we can go back to these things. I feel like it weakens something in our brain, and we lack this one, like, muscle or some kind of area in our brain that we just don't have anymore, that it's just not functioning anymore, because we know we can fall back to an easier option. And I think David Goggins actually talked about a part of the brain that it doesn't, there's one thing in the brain, it gets smaller if you don't do something harder every day. Like, if you don't purposely do something that's difficult. And I don't know if it's that same thing, but it seems like it could be that or something similar. And I think I have like ADHD, so I always do what's like the most efficient naturally. So I think people who have that as well, I don't even know if that should really exist. I mean, they say it does, but like people who have this, I feel like are being affected way, way more than other people. Because like we will get way more addicted to our phone than other people, like 10 times more, or to everything. So it's not really a happy place for somebody with like ADHD in this universe, this world. It's not really a good thing. It's almost like a curse. Like it used to maybe be a superpower, but now it's a curse. Because now people with ADHD, they we're just getting addicted to everything. And we stop one thing and then we get addicted to another. It's really, really sick world that we live in anyways. The world, how it's designed, was already sick, but now it's even more sick. And I don't really think I'm like naturally nihilistic. I don't know if it's that. But I'm literally just seeing the world for how it is. Like I'm open to wanting to make the world better, but I just don't think it's possible. I really don't think it's possible. I think we created our own hell. It almost feels like we are, like, at least me, like we created like our own hell on earth. It's almost like dude, the world was not like this before. It literally just feels like we're burning all day, every day. At least me. I know some people have it better off than me. I have it really bad. But it's just like nothing is good anymore. I can't feel any appreciation, or I can't feel any appreciation when I want to. Not much, at least. I can't, just can't look forward to anything. Because, what am I going to do? Nothing. Here's another thing. Nothing's even impressive anymore either. Instagram will show you the best of the best, the coolest tricks, the coolest this, coolest that, the best, the best music, because music sucks these days, but eventually it will probably. And, when you go do something in real life, you go do a backflip in front of your friends, they're just not impressed anymore because they've already seen someone on Instagram do a triple standing backflip. Okay, you see what I mean? Dude, it's just nothing's impressive anymore. And especially with AI. Nobody is amazed at anything any human hardly does anymore. Because we've all seen what is possible with AI. And now we are just all expecting, we are open to anything. We're just well, wow, if AI can make this video with a little fucking prompt, dude, what else we could do anything. So therefore, anything you do is not impressive. That song you made, of course it's not impressive. I'm sure it works in some way. You're no wizard. You're no magician. Bro, think about it. Everybody used to seem like you're no magician. I think I said musician. I mean, whenever somebody used to do something impressive, even 2012, 2014, everyone was like, wow, you're a wizard. You're a magician. You guys remember that? But now it's like everyone's like, oh, yeah, we've seen everything on Instagram. We've seen what AI has done. Of course it's possible. Of course what you've done is possible. Why wouldn't it be possible? I've already generated a full movie in the click of a button. You think your camera work and all your shit? Of course that's possible. Of course you can do that. Of course you can do a double backflip standing. Of course, we've already seen a triple standing. And it just sucks because it's awesome when you can impress someone. And it's just dude, the things that we've seen on the internet, the things that AI has done, it just made everything we've done in the past seem so little. Like, I can't think of too many things in the past that we've done that still amaze me. I guess just the fact that we've been able to create a computer, that still amazes me. That does amaze me, because I have no fucking clue how somebody could ever make a computer happen, especially from scratch. Like, how that even evolved into something like, it's like it went from a little thing to a huge thing, like, so quickly, you know. I just don't even know how somebody goes about that. But like everything else, it's like, you know, how are you even supposed to impress a girl anymore? like even they know like everything AI is done. They've seen everything. They're humans. Like, we've all seen it. It's like, just you even being a good man or anything. It's just like, yeah, who cares? It's like, yeah, of course that's possible. I've already contemplated how many things are possible after seeing all this AI. So that's another way we ruined the world. This is why everyone is so depressed too. There's just, this technology is ruining the world. Stop fucking making. We need to come to a global consensus. I don't even know if we can, because it's just so natural to keep making things better. But we're gonna have to find a way to just stop making inventions. Just stop doing it. And I mean, that also seems like it's going to be a boring world. And if we stop making inventions, so what's the point? Like, if we can't look forward to anything, we're not being creative anymore. What the fuck is the point? Can we enjoy life without being creative? Can we just go to the field and just kick a soccer ball around, throw a frisbee, and not be creative and just keep it at that? Just stuff like that, and hanging out with friends. But I don't know, the things you talk about. Yeah, like, remember the wonder people used to have? Like, oh man, I always remember talking with like friends, like imagine if this video game came out. Wouldn't that be so cool if they released this, or they made a game like this, or a movie, like a story like this? What if this happened in the next movie? All that excitement's gone. I don't give a fuck about that, because I've already seen what's possible. I know that's possible. Like, the fact that we have all these amazing things just makes nothing else stimulating or exciting. Yeah, I mean, I think we could find a couple things to be excited for. But, there was just so much more excitement in the world before. There's so much more to look forward to. And it's just like, all of that is just so gone. I mean, there's things you can't look forward to anyways, unrelated to this. Like, you can't even look forward to, like, I mean, maybe it's not unrelated. You can't look forward to getting a wife or a girlfriend, because now things like Tinder exist. They can just swipe and find the most attractive guy ever, and just be with him. Why would they choose you? And I think we are a little bit brainwashed in the sense that I don't think we really should be choosing people based off of just attraction and looks. Like, I truly, like, just would want something that is like a soul connection, where, like, if it's good enough, then that's the best for me. It doesn't need to be better. But maybe I'm different. Maybe, like, biologically, these women will always be looking for like the better mate. And yeah, the most effective way they can find that is Tinder, because the rate that you can find and swipe through people is so much more efficient than in real life. Even though, like, if you're actually looking for something real, I don't recommend using Tinder at all. Like, if you want like a good, like, relationship with a good personality and stuff, then no Tinder. But maybe we're sick. the people who want that. Maybe they are doing it the right way. Maybe these women who are like swiping through everybody, maybe they are just looking for like someone for the best of their survival and the best bang for their buck. You know what I mean? Maybe they're wired to do that. To find the best looking, the most fit, the most protecting, even though they don't even need to be protected anymore because of these system of laws that we made and the safe society. And because women don't really need guys anymore. So yeah, dude, we just fucked everything, especially with the Tinder thing. Like, and the fact that even exists, just fuck you anyways. Like, fuck this world. Like, the fact that a woman is going to pick a guy over me for the simple fact that he is like better looking or more in shape or just more like healthy or something is just bullshit anyways. Like, it doesn't matter if in the 60s that I could get women easier. If they're like this now, then they would have been like that back then anyways if they had the technology. So it's like, just the fact that we're like, if we go back to the 60s, it's like we could hide more options just for the fact that we don't have Tinder. Like, that's just bullshit anyways. It's like fucking show them the options. Get it, like, give them what they want. It's like I said, in the 60s, if they would have had Tinder, if they would have used that shit anyways, and we would have been back to where we are now. Or, yeah. I don't know if you're getting my point, but like the fact that women are just built that way just ruins it anyways. It's like, it doesn't matter if in the 1960s these women, I'm just using the year as an example, let's say these women didn't have that many options because stuff like Tinder didn't exist. It's like the fact that is in their DNA or in their biology anyways to be like hypergamous or whatever, if that is actually true, then it's just an illusion that we're like, they're not able to, or like if you're keeping them from seeing more guys, or like the fact that they're just not able to see a mass amount of guys because Tinder didn't exist, it's like, it doesn't change anything. Like I said, they would use it, and back then, if they had it, they just didn't. So they would pick the best guy in their local town, and it's like, if they happen to come across a better looking guy or healthier guy, maybe they would cheat on them. But it's not every day that they would see a guy that was vastly like more attractive than every other guy. But that's the thing with Tinder, there's AI algorithms that these women are going to be shown guys who are swiped on more than others. You see what I mean? And they're all like, they're far, like, all, like, they're not just near you, maybe there's a couple near you, but you wouldn't run into them every single day. Now it's like every single fucking guy they're swiping is like 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. And maybe you're a 9 and you're not good enough for them still, which is bullshit. Like I said, maybe we were built that way, that maybe we're not supposed to care about personality at all. Maybe it's all supposed to be about survival. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I think this world was already fucked from the get-go. Like, if you think about it, people are born with diseases that just kill them anyways, This world is already fucked how it is. Terrible, terrible, terrible things happen without karma, just for no reason, okay? And amazing things happen to people who should have terrible karma, And yeah, I think as we create more technology, we are just realizing more and more how shitty this world actually is by a default. Like I said, Tinder opened us up to realizing that these women just want the best of the best. And that's how it's always probably been. But we couldn't realize that back in, like I said, the 50s or the 60s or whenever, because they never had that option. But now we realize that that's how they actually are. Unless this is just some kind of phase, they're just so delusional. I don't really know the answer. But yeah, I think I uncovered a lot of interesting things in this video, a lot of things to think about. I don't hear a lot of people talk exactly about what I'm saying in these videos, because I'm a very, very deep person. And yeah, man, I don't know. I just don't think this world is good by design. Like, the fact that we can even get to this point, it's fucked. The fact that we can even feel pain is fucked as well. You know, the amount of pleasure doesn't always outweigh the amount of pain. Sometimes you're in a lot of pain, a ton of pain for a while, and that pleasure doesn't end up balancing out in the same way. So anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys like it.